Before this video ends, you will understand why your life is not stuck because you lack talent, discipline, or opportunity. Your life is stuck because your focus has been kidnapped. Every day, something is stealing a piece of you. Your phone steals your morning. People steal your peace. Overthinking steals your energy. Fear steals your courage. Comfort steals your future. And the most dangerous part is this: you do not even notice it happening. You think you are resting, but you are escaping. You think you are busy, but you are scattered. You think you are waiting for the right time, but you are slowly training yourself to stay weak. Listen carefully. A warrior does not become powerful because he fights everyone. A warrior becomes powerful because he stops fighting 1,000 useless battles inside his own mind. He chooses one path, one purpose, one target, and then he becomes so focused that distractions begin to fear him. If you have been feeling lost, tired, mentally divided, or secretly disappointed with yourself, then stay here. Because today you are not here to be motivated. You are here to take back command of your mind. And once your mind becomes clear, the version of you that wasted time, chased approval, reacted emotionally, and delayed the hard work will no longer survive. The moment you decide to become focused, the world will test you. Not later, not tomorrow, immediately. Your phone will call you, your memories will pull you, your fears will whisper, people will suddenly need your attention, old habits will dress themselves like comfort and invite you back into the same weak pattern that has been stealing your life for years. And this is where most people lose, not because they have no talent, not because they have no dream, not because destiny is against them. They lose because their mind is like an open door and every noise in the street is allowed to walk in and sit down. Listen carefully. A warrior is not dangerous because he is angry. A warrior is dangerous because he is clear. He has removed the 1,000 small voices that divide ordinary people. He does not wake up and ask, "What do I feel like doing today?" He wakes up and remembers what he has chosen. That is the difference. The weak live by mood. The strong live by decision. You say you want peace. You say you want success. You say you want discipline. But every day you give your eyes to distraction, your ears to gossip, your energy to people who do not carry your future, and then at night you wonder why your soul feels tired. The mind becomes heavy when it carries too many useless things. The heart becomes confused when it follows too many directions. A blade cannot cut if its edge is scattered. A life cannot rise if its attention is broken. To become dangerously focused, you must first understand what danger means. It does not mean harming others. It means becoming so disciplined that your old self begins to feel threatened. It means your excuses start losing oxygen. It means your distractions no longer recognize you. It means the version of you that wasted time, reacted emotionally, chased approval, and delayed the hard work begins to die quietly. That is why focus feels painful in the beginning. You are not just building a new life. You are removing the identity that was comfortable with the old one. Most people are not defeated by big enemies. They are defeated by tiny leaks. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, one unnecessary argument, one more scroll, one more hour of laziness, one more day of saying, "I will start tomorrow." And these small leaks become a flood. A man does not lose his life in one moment. He loses it one compromise at a time. A woman does not lose her power in one mistake. She loses it each time she betrays what she knows she must do. So I ask you, how many times will you abandon yourself before you understand that nobody is coming to rescue your attention? No master can breathe for you. No teacher can train your body for you. No friend can sit inside your mind and guard the gate. The gate is yours. The mind is yours. The life is yours. And until you become the protector of your own inner world, the outer world will continue to conquer you. When I say think like a warrior, I do not mean become hard and cold. I mean become precise. A warrior does not waste movement. A warrior does not waste words. A warrior does not spend his life explaining his path to those who are committed to misunderstanding him. He knows that every unnecessary explanation takes energy from the work. Every emotional reaction gives away power. Every distraction is a small defeat wearing a harmless face. Look at your day with honesty. Where does your attention go first in the morning? Does it go to your breath, your purpose, your training, your prayer, your study, your work? Or does it go to the screen? Does it go to other people's lives before you have touched your own? The first thing you bow to in the morning becomes your master for the day. If you bow to noise, your mind will be noisy. If you bow to discipline, your mind will begin to obey. The world is not designed to make you focused. The world is designed to capture you. Every platform wants your eyes. Every trend wants your emotion. Every conflict wants your reaction. Every advertisement wants your desire. And if you do not choose your direction, someone else will rent your mind and spend your life for you. This is why focus is rebellion. In a distracted world, the person who can sit still, breathe deeply, choose one target, and move toward it daily becomes almost unstoppable. Do not confuse movement with progress. Many people are busy, but they are not advancing. They run in circles and call it hard work. They answer every message, chase every idea, start every project, join every conversation, and at the end of the year, their life has not changed. Why? Because energy without direction becomes exhaustion. Discipline without focus becomes punishment. Ambition without clarity becomes anxiety. A warrior asks, "What is the target?" Then he removes what does not serve the target. This is simple but not easy, because what does not serve the target often feels good. It may be entertaining, it may be familiar, it may give quick pleasure, it may make other people like you, but the question is not, does it feel good? The question is, does it make me stronger? If it makes you weaker, it is too expensive. Even if it is free, you must learn to say no without guilt. No to conversations that poison your mind. No to habits that make your body heavy. No to people who only appear when they need your energy. No to late nights that destroy your morning. No to pleasure that steals your discipline. No to the version of yourself that negotiates with weakness. Every no you speak with courage becomes a yes to your future. But understand this, focus is not created by tension. It is created by devotion. If you force yourself with hatred, you will burn out. If you train yourself with respect, you will grow roots. You are not punishing yourself when you remove distractions. You are protecting the sacred fire inside you. You are saying, my life matters too much to be thrown into every passing wind. There is a moment in training when the body wants to stop. The legs shake, the breath becomes sharp. The mind says, enough. In that moment, the student thinks the enemy is pain, but the real enemy is not pain. The real enemy is the command of the mind that says, obey comfort. If you obey comfort every time it speaks, comfort becomes your master, and a life ruled by comfort becomes small. You do not need to be motivated every day. Motivation is a visitor. Discipline is a home. Motivation knocks when the weather is good, when you feel inspired, when people encourage you, when the music is strong. Discipline remains when nobody claps, when the room is silent, when your body is tired, when doubt sits beside you. Dangerous focus is built in the silent hours when nobody sees you choosing the hard thing again. People will misunderstand your focus. They will say you changed. They will say you are distant. They will say you think you are better. Let them speak. When a person begins to protect their energy, those who benefited from their lack of boundaries often call it pride. Do not be shaken. The tree does not explain why it grows upward. The river does not apologize for moving toward the sea. The sun does not ask permission to rise. Your task is not to convince everyone. Your task is to become aligned. When your thoughts, words, actions, and environment move in the same direction, your life gathers force. This is why scattered people feel weak even when they are talented. Their thoughts want one thing, their words promise another, their actions serve another, and their environment pulls them somewhere else. They are divided. A divided mind cannot build an undivided life. So begin with your environment. Look around you. What is near you every day? What is within reach? What is on your table, in your phone, in your room, in your circle? Your environment is either training you or weakening you. Do not say you want focus while keeping temptation one hand away. Do not say you want peace while surrounding yourself with drama. Do not say you want strength while feeding your mind with weakness. The mind is like water. It takes the shape of what holds it. If you place your mind inside noise, it becomes noisy. If you place it inside discipline, it becomes steady. If you place it inside fear, it becomes small. If you place it inside purpose, it becomes powerful. Therefore, choose the container of your mind carefully. Your room, your habits, your friendships, your content, your routine. These are not small things. They are silent teachers. And now listen closely. The most dangerous distraction is not your phone, it is your own untrained thinking. A phone only opens the door, but the restless mind walks through it. You can delete every app and still be distracted by regret, fantasy, jealousy, fear, anger, comparison, and old pain. True focus is not only controlling what enters your eyes, it is training what repeats inside your mind. When the mind returns to the past, bring it back to the breath. When the mind runs to the future, bring it back to the step in front of you. When the mind compares, bring it back to your own path. When the mind complains, bring it back to responsibility. Do this not once, but 10,000 times. This is training. Many people think meditation means sitting peacefully. No, meditation is meeting the wild animal inside you and teaching it to sit beside you without biting. You become dangerous when you stop being predictable to your weaknesses. Your laziness expects you to quit, surprise it. Your fear expects you to hide, face it. Your anger expects you to speak quickly, stay silent. Your distraction expects you to follow, return to the task. Every time you do the opposite of your weakness, you build authority over yourself. And authority over yourself is the beginning of real power, not the power to control others. That is insecurity. Real power is the ability to command your own attention, to sit when you want to run, to work when you want to escape, to be silent when you want to prove, to continue when nobody is watching. A person who cannot control himself will always look for someone else to blame. A person who can control himself no longer needs excuses. Do not wait for the perfect season. The perfect season is often a disguise for delay. You say, when my life becomes calmer, I will focus. But life becomes calmer when you focus. You say, when I have more time, I will train. But time appears when you stop wasting it. You say, when I feel ready, I will begin. But readiness is created by beginning. The door opens after you walk toward it, not before. There is no magic in becoming focused. There is repetition, there is sacrifice, there is silence, there is the humble return to the same task when your mind wants novelty. Ordinary people worship excitement. Warriors respect repetition. They know that what is repeated becomes rooted. What is rooted becomes natural. What becomes natural becomes identity. You do not rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your daily practice. Your dream may be big, but if your practice is small, your life will follow the practice, not the dream. 1,000 declarations cannot defeat one repeated habit. A beautiful vision cannot survive a chaotic routine. If you want to know your future, do not look at your wishes. Look at what you repeat. What do you repeat when nobody reminds you? What do you repeat when you are tired? What do you repeat when you are emotional? What do you repeat when things become difficult? That is the real shape of your life. Not your words, not your intentions, not the image you show to others. Your repetitions are carving you every day like water carving stone. So choose one thing and give yourself to it fully. Not 10 dreams, not 20 plans. One main direction, one mountain, one discipline, one fire. This does not mean you ignore your responsibilities. It means you stop splitting your soul into pieces for everything that shines. Many people fail because they are addicted to starting. Starting gives excitement. Continuing demands character. The beginning is easy because the mind enjoys imagination. The middle is where most people disappear. The middle has no applause. The middle is not romantic. The middle is waking up again, training again, studying again, building again, correcting again, failing again, returning again. But the middle is where the warrior is formed. Anyone can begin when emotions are high. Few can continue when emotions are gone. This is why your focus must be stronger than your feeling. Feelings are weather. Purpose is the mountain. Weather changes. The mountain remains. Some days you will feel powerful. Train. Some days you will feel empty. Train. Some days you will doubt everything. Train. Some days you will be unseen. Train. Not because you are a machine, but because you have made a vow to your life. Do not make the mistake of thinking focus means doing more. Sometimes focus means doing less with more presence. Eat with presence, walk with presence, speak with presence, work with presence, train with presence, listen with presence. A distracted person is never fully anywhere. His body is in one place, his mind is in another, his emotion in another, his desire in another. He lives divided, so life passes without being truly lived. When you wash the cup, wash the cup. When you write the page, write the page. When you train the body, train the body. When you speak to someone, speak to them fully. This is not small wisdom. This is the foundation of mastery. The person who cannot give full attention to small things cannot be trusted with great things. Greatness is not built by dramatic moments. It is built by the quality of attention you bring to ordinary moments. You want to think like a warrior? Then stop arguing with reality. Reality does not care about your excuses. Reality responds to causes. If you plant discipline, you harvest strength. If you plant distraction, you harvest regret. If you plant patience, you harvest depth. If you plant chaos, you harvest confusion. The law is simple. The seed decides the fruit. Many people suffer because they want the fruit of discipline while planting the seed of comfort. They want respect while living without self-respect. They want clarity while consuming confusion. They want results while avoiding repetition. They want a warrior's life with a child's habits. This cannot be. The path gives only what your practice can carry. You must become honest enough to stop lying to yourself. Not cruel, honest. There is a difference. Cruelty says, I am worthless. Honesty says, I am responsible. Cruelty destroys energy. Honesty awakens it. Do not insult yourself for being unfocused. Study the pattern. Where does it begin? What triggers it? What time of day are you weakest? Which people pull you away? Which thoughts open the door? A warrior studies himself like a battlefield. If you know that late night makes you weak, guard the evening. If you know that certain conversations drain you, shorten them. If you know that your phone steals your morning, move it away. If you know that clutter makes your mind heavy, clean the space. Do not make spiritual speeches while refusing practical action. Wisdom must enter the hand, not only the mouth. Focus grows when life becomes simple. Wake up, breathe, move the body, do the main work, eat clean, speak less, listen deeply, remove what weakens you, repeat. This simplicity frightens the restless mind because the restless mind wants constant stimulation. It wants to feel alive through noise. But the deeper life is found in stillness. In stillness, you hear the truth. In repetition, you become strong. In silence, you meet yourself. And many people are afraid to meet themselves. That is why they stay busy. That is why they keep noise around them. That is why they cannot sit alone for 5 minutes without reaching for distraction. Because when the noise stops, the truth speaks. The truth says, you know what you must do. The truth says, you have delayed long enough. The truth says, your peace is waiting behind your discipline. Do not fear that voice. Bow to it. It is not your enemy. It is the part of you that still remembers your power. It is the part of you that refuses to let you waste your life. Every time you ignore it, you feel heavier. Every time you obey it, even in a small way, you feel cleaner. This is how confidence is built. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is the quiet memory that you kept your word to yourself. Most people want confidence before action, but confidence follows action. You do the difficult thing, and then the mind learns, I can trust myself. You keep the promise, and then the spirit stands taller. You resist the distraction, and then your inner voice becomes firm. You finish the task, and then fear loses one more argument. This is how a focused life is built. Promise, action, trust. Promise, action, trust. If you break your word to yourself too often, your mind stops believing you. Then even when you speak about big dreams, something inside you laughs quietly because it remembers all the times you did not follow through. To rebuild trust, do not begin with giant promises. Begin with small vows that you actually keep. 10 minutes of training, 1 page of study, 1 hour of deep work, 1 day without gossip, 1 morning without the phone. Keep it, then keep it again. Small kept promises are more powerful than big emotional speeches. A single brick placed every day builds a wall. A single drop repeated fills a jar. A single disciplined morning repeated changes a life. Do not despise small steps. The mountain is climbed by steps, not by staring at the peak. But there is something you must sacrifice, your addiction to being everywhere. You cannot be deeply focused and constantly available. You cannot build something meaningful while responding to every interruption as if it is a command. Availability is not kindness when it destroys your purpose. Sometimes the most compassionate thing you can do is become strong because your strength will serve more people than your confusion ever could. Protect your hours. There must be a time in your day that belongs to your highest work. Guard it like a temple gate, not because you are selfish, but because your gift requires protection. The farmer protects the field before harvest. The monk protects the silence before insight. The warrior protects the training before battle. What you do not protect will be taken. You may think, but people need me. Yes, and you also need yourself. Do not abandon yourself to prove love. Do not destroy your focus to avoid disappointing others. If someone only respects you when you are available for every demand, they do not respect you. They respect your lack of boundaries. Let your life teach people how to approach you. A focused person becomes calm because decisions are already made. He does not negotiate every morning. He does not ask whether discipline is convenient today. He has already chosen. This removes so much suffering. Most mental exhaustion comes from negotiating with yourself. Should I start? Should I wait? Should I train? Should I rest? Should I work? Should I scroll? Should I speak? Should I stay silent? The warrior reduces these battles by making clear rules. Make rules for your life, not prison rules, freedom rules, a rule that protects your morning, a rule that protects your body, a rule that protects your words, a rule that protects your attention, a rule that protects your sleep. Without rules, your lower self becomes the ruler. With wise rules, your higher self has a path. For example, do not touch the phone before you touch your purpose. Do not speak when anger is burning. Do not eat what makes your body regretful. Do not open your mouth to complain unless your hands are ready to solve. Do not end the day without one action that moves the mission forward. These rules are not chains, they are weapons. Your mind will resist at first. It will call discipline boring. It will say you are missing out. It will show you images of pleasure, comfort, and escape. Smile at it. The mind is testing whether you are serious. A child cries when a sharp object is taken away. The parent does not return the knife because of crying. Be the wise parent of your own mind. When desire rises, breathe. Do not obey immediately. Create space. In that space, freedom is born. Without space, you are just a puppet of impulse. Something appears, you follow. Someone insults, you react. A craving comes, you obey. A fear comes, you hide. This is not freedom. Freedom is the pause between the trigger and the action. In that pause, the warrior chooses. Train the pause. Before you answer, breathe. Before you quit, breathe. Before you buy, breathe. Before you accuse, breathe. Before you open the door to distraction, breathe. The breath returns you to command. The breath is the bridge between the wild mind and the steady spirit. A person who controls breath begins to control reaction. A person who controls reaction begins to control destiny. There will be days when you fail. Do not turn failure into identity. Falling is an event. Staying down is a decision. The unfocused mind uses failure as proof that change is impossible. The warrior uses failure as information. He asks, where was my guard down? What did I not see? What must be adjusted? Then he returns to training. Never use one weak moment as permission for a weak life. One missed morning does not mean the week is lost. One mistake does not mean the path is broken. Return quickly. The speed of return is more important than the perfection of the record. Dangerous focus is not never falling. It is refusing to wander far after you fall.